This is a piece of threaded buoy which is 1 metre long, and it's really useful to have a few pieces of this hanging about in your garage because you can make up a bolt of any length using this. But people often have problems when they cut it, because when you cut it you get a rough edge and then you can't get your nut back on. So a good tip is to get a couple of nuts and screw them down the threaded buoy before you cut it. So I'll just knit them two up against each other. And then do the same there. You don't need to use two, but if you lock the two up against each other, it stops them from moving. So an important point is when you're fastening this down, don't use anything metal. If you're going to use a vise with metal jaws, put a pair of soft jaws in it, then you don't damage the actual threads on the buoy itself. So we'll just clamp that down now. Now it doesn't matter what you cut that way, you can cut it with an hacksaw or you can use an angle grinder if it's easier for you. Obviously it'll be a lot quicker, but by the time you put your PPE on, it's often just a lot easier just to cut it using the hacksaw. So we'll just cut it now where we want it cutting. I'll just put another clamp on there to stop that moving. So now we've cut it, we just need to give that a quick clean up using a file. And then when you remove the nut, it repairs the thread, so that when you want to put your nut back on there, it'll go on quite easily. So if you cut it normally and you've not put the nuts on first, it can be difficult getting your nuts started again. But because we put the nuts on before we cut it, when you actually take the nuts off, it actually repairs the end of the thread, so it's a lot easier getting your nut started again.